प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर्नब मसाला
We are willing to put an end to this conflict via peaceful means based on the principles that I outlined in July last year when I spoke at the Foreign Ministry of Russia.
Putin squarely blamed Kyiv for the failure of peace negotiations, accusing Ukraine's leadership of refusing dialogue.
Statements from Zelensky that he is not prepared to discuss territory issues. At the moment, we don't see their readiness. I would like to remind where it all began.
Rejecting allegations against Russia, Putin claimed Moscow did not start the war. Putin blames roots of Ukraine conflict lie in 2014 anti-constitutional coup.
We did not start this war. This war began as a result of the anti-constitutional military coup in 2014 and then commencement of the military action against its own citizens in the southeast of Ukraine.
From your smartphones to your smart televisions, trending stories are always breaking the internet. Tonight, we have lined up for you stories that have gone viral on the internet and has garnered major traction from netizens all around. We at first start with good news for stargazers and astronomers, as reports suggest the New Year's first meteor shower on January 3rd. Called the Quadrantins, this meteor shower is set to light up the night sky later this week. Next up, we have Indian Grandmaster Arjun defeating Magnus Carlsen in a match which led to the latter, yes, you guessed it right, viewers, slamming the table yet again. Soon thereafter, we celebrate the win of Indian shuttler Surya as she emerged champion in the women's singles category at the 87th Senior National Badminton Championship held in Vijayawada. And lastly, we have Cardi B clearing the air and get fans to back down as online hate grows over Christmas photos of the duo celebrating the festival apart. We have this and a lot more for you packed in this episode of Trending Tonight. I am Tanisha Avasthi and let's get started. Ladies and gentlemen, as 2025 comes to a close and we gear up for 2026, we have something as exciting for you for all astronomer lovers and enthusiasts. We have lined up right as the year commences a spectacular visual, a treat for stargazers. That's right, viewers, we are officially anticipating a meteor shower on the 3rd of January 2026. One of the most exciting meteor showers of the year. The Quadrantris is set to light up the night sky later this week. Though it lasts for a very short time, this shower is known for its intensity. Now, the meteor shower are created by dust and debris from the asteroid called 2003EX striking Earth's atmosphere, discovered in 2003. Now, the asteroid is just 2 miles across and it's the strongest moment. In fact, it can produce up to 100 to 120 meteors per hour, making it one of the most powerful annual meteor showers this year. However, there is a catch, and that's in how many meteors visibility will be affected as the shower is slated to coincide with the full moon night. The quadrantis, which emate from the constellation Bootes, appear every year between late December and mid of January. In 2026, the peak will happen overnight on the January 3rd and into the early hours of January 4th. Under the perfect dark skies, viewers might spot around 25 meteors per hour. Furthermore, reports suggest that stargazers and astro enthusiasts need not press pause on the hope to spot the meteor shower night after 3rd Jan. Continue your meteor hunt until January 12, as the quadrantis, also known to produce bright fireballs even after the peak. All right, joining us live is Dr. Dipankar Bhattacharya, Sunanda and Santimai Basu Chair Professor of Astrophysics and Head Department of Physics, Ashoka University. He is an expert in theoretical and high-energy astrophysics, and he has also conducted many research. Thank you, Mr. Dipankar, for speaking to Republic. First and foremost, what is it that the viewers are going to see up on the skies on the January 3rd, 2026?
Thank you for having me. What's expected is a set of shooting stars, as you might call it, bright streaks as these meteor particles go through the Earth's atmosphere, get heated and burn up. And this is actually a large amount of debris that was left by a comet, most likely a comet that was spotted by the Chinese astronomers in 1490 and recorded. And one part of the comet is likely this asteroid, which you just mentioned, 2003 H1. And so that asteroid itself is not currently producing this debris, but asteroid is one part of debris of the same comet, which then leaves many other smaller particles. And as the Earth goes through this belt, which was the orbit of the original comet, it crosses this, and these particles then go through Earth's atmosphere, burn up, and then produce this bright display. And this is one of the brightest set of shooting stars that you can see among all other meteor showers.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Please continue.
Yeah. So this comet, for example, we don't know what its period is, but it's probably a short period comet which came from many other such comets which come from the Kuiper belt,
Right, sir.
which is just slightly outside the orbit of Uranus. And these are basically debris from the origin of the solar system itself. The inner parts, all these particles condense together and form the planets that we know today. But in the outer parts, there are many smaller bodies which remain. And as they come closer to the sun, a comet, for example, is recognized by its tail, right? So the tail is because the comet breaks up a little bit and then ejects debris. These debris remain in the path of the comet.
So, Dr. Dipankar, then will it be right to ask if it will be visible here from the Indian skies, because that is what all of us have been waiting for as well?
Indeed, indeed. So we are relatively well placed this time for this quadrantis, because the location, the peak location, which is called the radiant, which is in constellation Bootes, it is going to rise around past midnight, around 1 o'clock at night, on the night between 3rd and 4th January.
Right, sir.
And the peak of the meteor shower is supposed to be around 2:30 that night. And so we are actually fairly well placed. The meteor shower itself, the peak lasts about 6 hours or so. So it will already rise when it is nearly in the peak, and it will last until morning, the peak rate. So I think we are well placed. The only problem, as you mentioned, is full moon So, but the full moon will be nearly overhead
All right,
when this thing rises. So there's a fair amount of distance. You need clear skies.
Yeah.
The sky is clear, you should be able to see.
All right, sir. Dr. Dipankar, thank you very much again for speaking to the public and sharing those thoughts with us, sharing those insights with us. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, the Indian Grandmaster Arjun Iraski has officially charted history. This as Arjun at long last in the demonstration of the strong endgame technique and quick calculation defeated world number 1 Magnus Carlsen playing back at the FIDE World Bits Championship in Doha, Qatar. Arjun toppled Carlsen, vaulting to join first on day 1 with 10 out of 13 points alongside Vyacheslav Lavrov and Karona Carlsen on 9 points, stayed in contention after the loss. Now, Arjun had already earned bronze in rapid event in 5:13, while teammate Koneru Hampi took women's rapid bronze. The win highlights India's chess surge with 5 players in the top 20 worldwide. Now, Magnus Carlsen has often been known to not take losses in the right spirit. The superstar chess grandmaster quite infamously lost his cool after losing to world champion D. Gukesh at Norway Chess in June. Now, the Norwegian chess grandmaster, also reigniting world rapid chess and world blitz champion, lost his cool yet again after losing to Arjun on Monday. Now, Arjun's game plan in very sense turned the champion Magnus Carlsen and renowned grandmaster Nordebek emerging as joint leader with 9 points after 11 rounds. And as for Arjun, this win is particularly significant. First, as Arjun becomes only the second Indian to win a medal in open section at the World Rapid Chess Championship, clinching bronze in 2025, the first being Vishwanathan Anand from the Anand laying the foundation to Arjun carrying the torch. Indian chess continues to make its mark on the fastest stages of the game. Secondly, this has been the 4th attempt relentlessly, consistently to win the bronze. 3 years, same margin, and now 1 breakthrough. The first instance back in 2022 when he missed bronze by 0.5 points. It was exactly by 0.5 points only that the bronze continued to evade him through the World Rapid Championship 2023 and 2024. And now in 2025, Arjun finally broke through, winning a tie break with a bronze medal. This win just goes to show that persistence pays off. History, after all, remembers those who don't stop trying. Hot off the plate and set straight to your screens. Ladies and gentlemen, our next segment is Hot Trends. Jeff Bezos and Lauren are kicking off the new year in St. Bart's. The couple who spent Christmas in Aspen Colo was spotted at the celebrity hotspot Nikki Beach. The Caribbean island is a favorite for the jet set at this time of the year. It has played host to the couple for several years now in a row. Forbes reports Beyoncé to now be the 5th musician to become a billionaire. The pop singer joins her husband Jay-Z along with Taylor Swift. Bruce and Rihanna as well are on the list. The state of Andhra Pradesh is all set to host Flamingo Festival 2026 at Pulicat Lake, celebrating the annual arrival of flamingos and migratory birds, news that has thrilled the environmentalists and conservationists alike. NASA's New Horizons spacecraft traveled nearly 3 billion miles over 9 years to capture this moment on Pluto. About 15 minutes after its historic flyby, New Horizons turned back towards Pluto and recorded a breathtaking near sunset view. The images reveal vast icy plains, towering mountains rising up to 11,000 feet, and delicate layers of atmospheric haze glowing in the fading sunlight. Taken from roughly 11,000 miles away, it showcases just how complex, dynamic and astonishing Pluto's surface truly is. Long-time rumored lovebirds Rashmika Mandanna and Vijay Deverakonda have sparked rumors of a February wedding. The celebrity couple, as per recent speculations, are set to marry on February 26 in Udaipur. British heavyweight boxer and former world champion Anthony Joshua has survived a deadly accident along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway in Nigeria, in which 2 people were killed, according to local authorities. Joshua, who sustained minor injuries, was seated in the back of a vehicle which collided with a stationary truck. According to the eyewitness, Joshua and other injured have been rushed to the hospital. Mohammad Shami is likely to be picked for the upcoming ODI series against New Zealand. Consistent results in domestic cricket could open the door for Mohammad Shami to return to the Indian team. Bollywood's very own Greek god Hrithik Roshan is set to take over Farhan Akhtar directorial film Dawn series. This in the aftermath of Ranveer Singh's exit from the film, as the filmmakers have been flummoxed in their conundrum in finding the perfect cast to continue the making of the film. Rumours have now begun to arise that Bollywood's Krish might just be the one who is narrowed down on for the role. President Draupadi Murmu was heading back from her program at Jamshedpur today when she spotted people waiting and waving to her at Akashvani Chowk in Adityapur. She halted the convoy, stepped out and went over to greet them. She met the group, paid special attention to the children, stayed roughly for over 15 minutes before proceeding to the Sonari airport. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, 2025 closes in on a beautiful end on multiple sports front as Indian shuttler Surya Charisma Tamiri emerged champion in the World Women's Singles category at the 87th Senior National Badminton Championship held in Vijayawada. Tamiri showcased resilience and composure as she bounced back from a game down to secure the prestigious national title. It was no less of a nail-biting, closely contested match that marked her win as Surya defeated Tanvi Patri, entailed after dropping the opening game. Tamiri mounting a strong comeback to win 17-21, 21-12, 21-14, displaying superior stamina and shot selection in the decider. And viewers, here are the trends raging fast on the internet and served swiftly to your screens. Filmmaker Kiran Rao was recently hospitalized after undergoing appendix surgery and later shared a health update with fans on Instagram. On Sunday, Rao posted a series of pictures and a short video from a Mumbai hospital, reassuring followers about her recovery. Sharing a light-hearted note, she wrote, "Here I was, all ready to party on my way into 2026, when my appendix sent me a reminder to slow down, breathe deep and give thanks." Fans and celebrities flooded the comments with wishes for her speedy recovery. Tennis legend Djokovic added another milestone to his illustrious career after winning the Globe Sports Award 2025. The award was presented by football icon Cristiano Ronaldo at the 16th edition of the Globe Soccer Awards in Dubai. The moment marked a rare sports crossover as two global greats shared the stage. The honor further cements Djokovic's legacy as the 24th time Grand Slam champion continues to dominate the sports world. Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended the wedding reception of Olympic javelin champion Neeraj Chopra and his wife Himani Moore in Delhi. The reception was hosted on Saturday following their private wedding ceremony earlier this year. Neeraj Chopra is India's first Olympic gold medalist in athletics, has already hosted multiple receptions with speculation of another event in the coming days. The Prime Minister's presence added to the celebratory atmosphere of the evening. Rapper Cardi B turned heads with a Barbie-inspired look as she arrived at the Patriots vs Jets game, channeling the vintage glam. Cardi wore a Chanel Fall/Winter 991 outfit accessorized with a luxe pearl necklace bag. She attended the game to support her partner, NFL star Stephen Diggs. Fans online praised her throwback fashion moment, calling it a perfect blend of sporty and stylish. Timothy has officially become the king of the Christmas box office for the third consecutive year after the success of Wonka in 2023 and a complete unknown in 2024. His latest film, Marty Supreme, continued the streak. The movie earned an impressive $27 million over the 4-day holiday frame. The consistent holiday dominance has firmly established him as a box office favorite. And viewers, we close the show tonight with a glimpse into the White Tiger Division's demonstration of decisive firepower during Vajra Prahar, showcasing the lethal combat edge of Vajra gunners in the desert sector. The exercise exemplified the decade of transformation of the Indian Army through seamless integration of new generation artillery, advanced sensors and tech-enabled battlefield awareness. With rapid deployment, agile maneuvers and accurate long-range engagements, the formation reaffirmed its readiness to deliver responsive mission-focused artillery support across the spectrum of conflict. Ladies and gentlemen, watch this video as I bid you adieu.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिक्र।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरी राजा।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला।
We just now felt this entire mountain shiver because there are blasts going on. As we were telling you, usually for the limestone mining, the acceptable range of the blast is around 1 meter. And that won't be so harsh that we could feel this entire mountain, feel shake. Yes, definitely. And the kind of, because for cement mining, they need a blast of a larger range of something around 50 meters or 60 meters, and when that happens, we were not able to show you, but because that is very frequent between 2 to 3 p.m. we'll try to get that on camera for you guys. But while I was speaking to you, I could feel this mountain shake. So that is the range, and all of this is illegal, Shivam. All of this, the range of those blasts which is used in those mining, the kind of trucks that you see on the other end, which are carrying those residual pebbles, those are also they are not legally allowed to sell those. But they're not only doing illegal work, they're also making double profit out of whatever is left here. They're making profit illegally out of the Aravalli Hills, the lungs of the Delhi NCR, the home for several hundreds of people, wildlife, and so much more. As we know that recently the Supreme Court has accepted the new definition of the Aravalli range, where any mountain which is under the height of 100 meters will not be considered as a part of Aravalli range. Now, what will be the repercussions of it? Any mountain which is not considered a part of Aravalli range will be open to construction, will be open to mining. And this Aravalli range, which is more than 2.5 billion years old, also the lungs of the Delhi NCR, protects Delhi NCR from heat wave, from dust, and from letting the situation get even worse, which already is in Delhi NCR with the pollution. We are showing you something which spans far before this entire decision, which is of a time when this decision was nowhere to be seen, which was not expected. But clearly this was expected by the authorities, because we are showing you the ranges. Let us make you understand. Now, as you see on the other end, that is a mountain in another village, and according to the locals here, this mountain that where you can see me standing was also of the same height, but it was actually chopped down, it was actually cut and brought to this height, so that later such decision would be accepted by the court. These would be open for mining and construction as well.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. रहो बेफिक्र।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा, मसाला।
मेरी चिमनी टूट जाएगी। What are you doing?
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
AR Pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
We are willing to put an end to this conflict via peaceful means based on the principles that I outlined in July last year when I spoke at the Foreign Ministry of Russia.
Putin squarely blamed Kyiv for the failure of peace negotiations, accusing Ukraine's leadership of refusing dialogue.
Statements from Zelensky that he is not prepared to discuss territory issues. At the moment, we don't see their readiness. I would like to remind where it all began.
Rejecting allegations against Russia, Putin claimed Moscow did not start the war. Putin blames roots of Ukraine conflict lie in 2014 anti-constitutional coup.
We did not start this war. This war began as a result of the anti-constitutional military coup in 2014 and then commencement of the military action against its own citizens in the southeast of Ukraine.
Despite the tough stand, Putin said Russia remains open to dialogue and peaceful resolution.
We also would very much like to live in peace next year, getting rid of military conflicts, and I reiterate, we actually would very much like to resolve all.
Mr. Wilson, Air India is seeking temporary subsidy from government over...
Good morning, Harsha. How are you? How are you, Harsha, today? Nice to see you again.
Yes, but you have to respond to the questions. Why India is seeking temporary
good morning.
subsidy?
Good morning. It's nice to see you.
But 4,000 crore temporary subsidy.
Oh. Good morning.
Not good morning, but we are asking the questions here. Why is India seeking temporary subsidy after the Pakistan
cooperating with the summons? Why have you arrested him in such a fashion? He has been interrogated for over 100 hours, sir.
First to get out of this. First to get out of this. First to get out of this. Get out of this. First to get out of this. First to get out of this. First to get out of this. Get out of this. Get out of this. Get out of this. Get out of this.
I'm merely asking you. He has been cooperating.
Get out of
this. We are also cooperating. We are also cooperating.
Yeah, please cooperate.
We understand price rise, but the issue of ED was also raised in the National Herald case. Mr. Ashok Gehlot raised it. Mr. Rahul Gandhi raised the issue of institutions. Why this?
Republic TV can ask any number of questions. I'm not going to be...
No, but Mr. Rahul Gandhi raised the issue of institutions. Sir, he raised the issue of institutions. When the ED goes after you, these protests don't happen.
Obviously, you don't understand English. What can I do?
I understand English, sir. That's why I'm asking. Mr. Rahul Gandhi raised the issue of institutions. When ED goes after you, these protests don't happen.
I don't understand English. What can I do?
Mr. Charles, what's lies ahead? Mr. Charles, what's lie ahead for you now? Mr. Charles, are you really think the France will be safe for you?
I say.
There you can see Lalu Prasad Yadav losing his cool with reporters, saying that you have absolutely no stature to ask him questions.
That is Christian Michel. First visuals on your scene. Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, have you turned down a brewer? Christian, would you give facts? Christian, would you give facts? Christian, would you give facts to India? Christian, will you tell the truth? Christian, will you tell the truth? Christian, will you tell the truth? That's the car getting in. Christian Michel, first visuals on your screen.
आपके जो बेटे ने किया है उसमें शर्मिंदगी है
क्या बेटे ने
जो कानून तोड़ा आपके बेटे ने
क्या तोड़ा
मोटरसाइकिल ठीक से नहीं चला रहा
मैं गली में मोटरसाइकिल चला रहा था एसएचओ आकर बदतमीजी की उस एसएचओ ने वीडियो बनानी चाहिए थी उसे
नहीं आपके बेटे ने जैसे बात की वो ठीक था आपके बेटे ने बोला कि मेरा बाप मतलब विधायक है मेरा बाप
सुनो मेरा बेटा विधायक का बेटा है ये बताया उसको
इतना प्यार मिल रहा है आपको यहाँ से आप में इतना घमंड कैसे आ जाता है
कहाँ से आ गया घमंड अबे तुम लोगों में घमंड है चलो जाओ यहाँ से इतना मारूंगा चला जाओ यहाँ से
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
On the show tonight, Amit Shah is in Bengal, beginning the big campaign. But can the BJP win Bengal or just give a tough fight to Mamata Banerjee? At 8:30 p.m. tonight, Zelensky denies, but did he try to kill Putin? At 9 o'clock tonight, why the systemic and targeted attempt to shame the victim of Kuldeep Singh Sengar must be unequivocally called out. And of course, there are going to be many elections, many important elections in 2026. There's going to be Assam, and without a doubt, there will be Tamil Nadu, but the big election, the election that matters the most politically consequentially, in terms of the intensity of the battle, will be Bengal. Ladies and gentlemen, can the BJP win Bengal? The Prime Minister visited Bengal 4 times in the last 6 months, despite a busy Bihar election schedule, which just tells you how significant Bengal is for the Prime Minister. Remember what he said on the day of victory in Bihar? He looked at Bengal. He said the river Ganga flows to Bengal via Bihar, and the victory in Bihar, like the river, has paved the way for our victory in Bengal. So the Prime Minister's eyes were on Bengal. RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat was in North Bengal. He's visiting Kolkata many times. He was in Siliguri last month. This month, in fact, around December 17th and 18th. And his message ahead of the elections was clear. He said if Hindu society wakes up, then it will not take much time. And I'll tell you what percentage of the Hindu vote the BJP needs to win. Amit Shah has already begun canvassing. He was there today. And he says, we will form the government with a 2/3 majority. From Bhagwat on December 17th, Prime Minister on December 20th, Amit Shah on December 30th. Look at the chronology and understand. This is the most significant election for the BJP. The frequency of all these visits, back to back, tells us one thing, and that is this. This is a make or break election for the BJP. But the question you'd be asking is, can the BJP win Bengal? Mathematically, it can. But politics is not mathematics. But the gap is narrow, narrower than you think. In the 2014-19 Lok Sabha cycle, the BJP's vote share in the Lok Sabha surged from about 17% to 40 to 41%. Look at the way it's moved from 2014 to 2024. Even in 2024, after a 6-seat drop from 18 to 12, the BJP still retained, ladies and gentlemen, 39%. So the BJP is a very, 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 very popular party in Bengal. Between the 2016 and 2021 assembly elections, the BJP seat tally also went up, remember, from 3 to 77. From 2 to 77. 77. That's a multifold rise. The BJP's vote share jumped from about 10% in 2016 to nearly 38 to 38.5% in 2021, shrinking the TMC's lead from around 35 percentage points to roughly 10 percentage points in a single election. So there is a narrow gap. Didi is not as strong as people think. What should the BJP do to win? For the BJP to close the gap on the TMC, of the 10% that remains the gap between the two, the BJP must close the gap and try to get to 45%. So Amit Shah has to ensure that the BJP gets a 6.5% jump at least. Now 6.5% jump at least. How can that happen? Hindu vote consolidation, Hindu mobilization. For the BJP to win, here is my calculation. The BJP, if assume the Hindu vote is about 67 to 68% of the vote, viewers keep in mind that SIR has removed a large number of people who are there on the, fake voters from the voter list. For the BJP to win, assume 2001 statistics, Hindus are 70.5% and Muslims are just under 30%. I assume this would have gone up from looking at trends to about 67% Hindu vote to about 30, 32, 33, 34% Muslim vote. Let's assume 67, 33 is the split. The BJP needs to get 70% of the Hindu vote in Bengal. If Hindus are 67% of the vote, 7 out of 10 Hindus has to vote for the BJP, which means there has to be incredible, massive Hindu vote consolidation. For far too long, the TMC has gone with the formula that it needs 30% of 70% Hindu vote and 70% of the 30% Muslim vote. That was allegedly the formula of Prashant Kishore. If the BJP is to win, it must win 70% of the approximately 70% votes in Bihar. If that happens, then Bengal goes with the BJP. But the only thing we need to remember here is, therefore, analyze the thinking of Mohan Bhagwat, Amit Shah and everyone. Their only challenge is to make sure that there is a Hindu political awakening in Bengal. Will that happen? Will that happen? I've placed the statistics before you. Let me tell you, nothing is impossible. But it's going to be a really incredible fight in Bengal this time. Let's debate.
जिस पार्टी को केवल 3 सीट मिले थे, वो पार्टी 5 साल के ही अंतराल में 77 सीट प्राप्त करी और 26 में हम निश्चित रूप से प्रचंड बहुमत के साथ भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनाने वाले।
With successful mandates in New Delhi and Bihar, it's mission West Bengal next for the BJP.
बीजेपी की श्रद्धा है बांग्लार उदय तबेई विकसितो भारतेर जय.
And headlining the political landscape is the issue of infiltration, the number one talking point.
আমরা যদি সবাইকে আশ্রয় দিতে পারি তোমরা কেন পারো না?
एक ऐसी मजबूत राष्ट्रीय ग्रिड बनाएंगे जो बंगाल से घुसपैठ को समाप्त कर देगी। इंसान छोड़ दीजिए, परिंदा भी पैर नहीं मार पाए, इस प्रकार की एक मजबूत ग्रिड की रचना हम करेंगे और न केवल घुसपैठ रोकेंगे सारे घुसपैठियों को चुन चुन कर भारत के बाहर निकालने का काम भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की बंगाल सरकार करेगी।
Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee was quick to respond to Amit Shah's claims.
বাংলা ভাষায় কথা বললেই বলছেন বাংলাদেশি। 1947 সালের আগে তিনটে দেশ তো এক ছিল। ওপার বাংলা থেকে অনেকে এপার বাংলায় এসছে, এপার বাংলা থেকে অনেকে ওপার বাংলায় গেছে, পাঞ্জাব থেকে অনেকে পাকিস্তানে গেছে। দুটো রাজ্য তো সাফার করেছে, একটা বাংলা আর একটা পাঞ্জাব। মাথায় রাখবেন। আজকে বলছে এসআইআর এর নামে অনুপ্রবেশকারী হাঁটাবো। এতদিন কি করছিলেন? দুধ ভাত খাচ্ছিলেন?
The Election Commission of India's Special Intensive Revision and the challenge of Bangladeshi infiltration has reigned Bengal politics for long. Republic has exposed each case from the most remote corners. With the successful rollout of SIR, 58 lakh names have been cut off from West Bengal in the first list. And the centre is not buying the Mamata model of governance.
आज ममता बनर्जी के नेतृत्व में भ्रष्टाचार के कारण पूरे बंगाल का विकास एक प्रकार से थम गया है। मोदी जी की सारी लाभकारी योजनाएं जो पूरे देश में गरीबी का उन्मूलन कर रही है, यहाँ पर टोल सिंडिकेट के भेंट चढ़ चुकी है और हर योजना डेड एंड पर पहुंच चुकी है।
With the issue of infiltration helming the election campaign, can the BJP break ground in West Bengal?
Opening this up, not taking a position on this, Avra Sen of the BJP from Kolkata, Ratan Sharda is with us this evening, Niladri Bhattacharya is there, and Shubhankar Bhattacharya, both pro-TMC, and Nikhil Jain is pro-Congress. Now, you know, Niladri, this is possible. I would just begin by saying that when you look at the numbers, I don't know if you... it is extremely close, much closer than you think, because the BJP is just 6% away from the Trinamool, right? And there's so much anti-incumbency that's built up over the years. This number, and the BJP is steadily keeping a 39% basic vote share and only climbing. So technically, BJP numbers are very impressive. You agree?
I agree with you. BJP numbers are very impressive, Arnab. And as you have correctly said, that politics is not about mathematics. The 6% will be a very uphill task for BJP to counter. Because given the development schemes of Mamata Banerjee, like Konyashri, like the Shastro Shati scheme, which is much more prior and a popular scheme than Ayushman Bharat scheme, it will be very difficult for the BJP to counter the 6% vote share. Because you must know
is not
that
much.
from
6 to 10% is achievable.
I know, but from 2021 to 24, the percentage has come down 4%. It has come down 4%. And in these elections, we are assuming in the left. Mr. Sharda, please hold on. Hold on to your horses, Mr. Sharda. We are holding that the communists, the left and the Congress will do much better because people have seen to the facade of this BJP. Mr. Amit Shah comes only during the elections time. MP Justice Abhijit Ganguly has already stated that we don't need leaders from Delhi telling us what is to be done. BJP needs a leader in Bengal, a Bengali Bhadralok leader who can resonate with the masses, which the BJP is lacking. And as far as the elections are concerned, 80,000 booths are there, Arnab, out of which BJP today has only admitted that they have control over 30,000 booths. What about the rest 50,000 booths? You need to fight election on the ground. It is very good to sit in TV channels, good to give press interviews, but you have to fight elections on the ground, which the BJP is lacking, and which I think gives Mamata a little bit of edge to pushover in this election.
Okay, let's get Avra in. Avra, 2 points very specifically that you don't have a leader. Now, this is often spoken. Who is the leader? Is Shuvendu is the face right now? Is Shuvendu the leader? Is Shamik Bhattacharya being sent in to be the leader? Who is your leader? If you maintain ambiguity over this, it doesn't help. You even flirted with the idea of having Saurav Ganguly as your leader till he made it clear he's with Didi. So, does this become a weak point for you? Is this the reason you're not being able to break through the glass ceiling?
Arnabji, the TMC's version is that we don't have a strong leader.
Yeah.
We don't have a face in Bengal, right?
Right.
So if I am to say that, okay, fine, I'm not going to debate on that, I will say the strongest and the most popular leader for radical Islamists is Mamata Banerjee. We have Shamik Bhattacharya ji, we have Shubhendu Adhikari ji, both of them were present during the press conference today, and there are a number of leaders in Bengal today who are leading our party with full flow. But the problem is, Mamata Banerjee is the most famous radical Islamist leader. Or else, can you explain any other reason why ABT leader Jashimuddin Rahmani would say that Mamata Banerjee, our respected chief minister, is the only person...
Dr. Sen, in that case, why are all Hindus not voting for the BJP? Last time your vote share around, say, 38%. 38% is only about 52 to 55% of the Hindu vote, which means, allow me, even if assuming you got 100% of your vote is a Hindu vote, you need to explain this to me tonight. Why are 45% of Hindus not voting for the BJP?
Let me finish, sir.
If things are so bad and she's an Islamist Muslim leader as you're claiming.
Yeah, Joshimuddin Rahmani has but categorically said that Mamata Banerjee is the only leader who can say just make West Bengal free from India. This is the categorical statement of Joshimuddin Rahmani. Please let me finish. I did not intervene. Let me finish. There are numerous 67 lakh voters are in the list of... Please, don't intervene. Don't intervene. Arnab asking a big question mark after their name.
The
TMC is the only party which has been opposing the SIR process this vehemently. Why has TMC opposed the negative light? Because TMC themselves know very well their vote bank is dependent on these infiltrators. Their vote bank is dependent on the vote of dead people and duplicate voters.
Your Home Minister comes in and
why is your MLA blocking the SIR hearing process again and again? You answer me. Why is Ashit Majumdar, your MLA, blocking the SIR hearing process again and again? If you have done so much developmental work, if you are so sure
there is also a growing feeling here, Niladri, and I want to put this to Shubhankar and Ratan Sharda. There's a growing feeling that if the BJP does not win this election and infiltration does not stop, then Bengal will become a Muslim majority state. Imagine after Kashmir, Bengal becomes a Muslim majority state. What are the consequences of that? You know the situation in Bangladesh right now. If the demographic balance makes Muslims a majority in Bengal, like they are in Murshidabad and large parts of South Bengal, then the entire, the whole demography becomes unstable. Society becomes unstable. And Mamata Banerjee is anyway so pro-Muslim, she will take completely pro-Muslim, anti-Hindu stance. Already her leader said, by the way, Ratan Sharda, her leader was asked, and her leader said that, as Shaukat Rai, he says the amazing thing about Mamata Banerjee is that she's popular in Bengal, but she's also popular in Bangladesh. Don't forget, Shaukat Rai says, people of Bangladesh love her. Why would anyone talk like that?
Why?
Why, Ratan Sharda, why?
Illegal immigrants.
Because she wants the immigrant infiltrator vote, right,
Exactly,
Ratan Sharda?
Exactly. And now, can I give some points?
Yeah.
First of all, I see a lack of confidence in TMC now. What he said, Mamata has great development, but he didn't talk of development. He talked of welfare measures. Because in case of development, West Bengal is nosediving into worst performing states. Companies are getting out, business is getting out. So as far as development is concerned, Bengal has lost the will to even think of development. Secondly, very clearly that depending on left, because the person said that left will score well and BJP has been exposed, which means they are depending on left now to cut the votes of opposition, so they will sail through. So they are also not sure whether left will score well or not, so they are hoping that left will save them and that alliance is out in the open, they can keep on fighting third. Mamata Banerjee talked of Punjabis, she talked of Bengalis. She doesn't know or doesn't want to tell us that Sindhis lost their entire land, the entire population of Hindus had to migrate to Bharat, and many of these leftist, poison mongers have said that Lalkadwani is Sindhi, so he shouldn't fight in India. So with this mindset, do you think there is any scope for these people? Out of 23 districts, 3 are highly Muslim majority, other 6 are decisive Muslims. So this total dependence on Muslims is something that Didi has to worry about. As far as BJP is concerned, Hindus in Bengal have chosen to forget partition violence. They have chosen to forget the Bangladesh 1971 and rape and violence against Hindus in Bengal. They want to wash away that history. That is the reason why so far most of the Hindus have not turned to BJP, though more than half have already turned to BJP. And we should also remember that this entire debate is working on who is the leader of BJP, how will they control 10%. These are all ifs because they're not sure. BJP has done this huge jump in vote percentage everywhere in all those since 1984. That is why it has become very strong and is ruling the maximum part of Bharat because it knows how to get cadres to vote and how to get their cadres to vote. The only thing was last time election of BJP was fought with kind of Delhi-centric approach, which was wrong.
But they still don't have a leader. But they don't have a declared leader. They don't have a declared leader, they don't have a declared leader. And Shubhankar, just one point before you come in. It is believed that they don't have a local Bengali-speaking leader who has been decided to be their face. They were thinking of Saurav Ganguly, then Saurav Ganguly sort of freaked out, got nervous.
Suvinder is also very active.
Saurav Ganguly flirted with the idea of joining the BJP, and then sort of went back
on the field.
No, but you see, you need a imagine. Let me ask you this. Would it be possible? I'd ask you today, for the BJP to win Assam without Himanta Biswa Sharma? Right?
But
you have Modi, but you need
question.
you have Modi, but
Can I come in now?
You need a very strong Assamese-speaking local leader as well.
Yes.
Shubhankar.
Yes, right. See, I hope that, I heard Ratan Sharda completely till the time he spoke. I gave him the entire courtesy to go on. So I hope that I would be given the same courtesy, So what happens here, Arnab, is, let me tell you, what happened between 2021 and now. See, 2021, BJP had that momentum going on from 2019, where they had actually done better in Lok Sabha elections. So that momentum was there. By the end of 2020, there was a big shift of leaders from TMC to BJP. There was again a new narrative set. By the time do Mai, tab Didi akeli reh jayenge. That was big set. That narrative was there. After that, there was another rhetoric, another narrative coming up was do Mai Didi gayi. These all narratives were set. So what happens is, now by this time, BJP has very well understood that Bengal has risen above the fight of rhetorics and narratives. Because see, in 2025, your Sandesh Khaldi didn't work. RG Kar, you tried to, take a lot of clue from Bangladesh. Those students,
Avra is speaking. Should I keep directing?
You took that clue. You tried to, completely.
You raped women in Sandesh Khali in your party offices. Now you're saying about Sandesh Khali. You should be ashamed.
That didn't work. Now what has happened?
Chaya is still in custody. Have you forgotten?
There is no question.
The police was guarding poultry farm. You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. You have ruined Bengal. You're a shame for Bengal. TMC has ruined Bengal entirely. What have you done for
the problem is being a Bengali, you don't talk about Bengalito. And that is the problem. Of course, the BJP has risen over this, but has it happened at the cost of
development? What have you done?
May I just ask you here?
What have you done?
One, Shubhankar, don't shout. Niladri, thank you for the intervention, Shubhankar. Everyone on. Let's be practical, not emotional. You spoke about 2021, I speak about 2024. There is a 2024 Lok Sabha performance I would like to focus on. And if I were to do seat conversion based on the 2024 Lok Sabha performance, that would already place the BJP out of 294. Hold your breath, between 115 to 140 seats if I project Lok Sabha performance at assembly level. TMC would still be higher between 164 to 179. This boils the entire fight in Bengal to about 39 to 40 seats with a vote share gap of about 5 to 7%. Vote share gap 5 to 7%, 40 seats. If there is big Hindu polarization, this can change overnight. Plus, Nikhil, Muslims are also disenchanted with Mamta. She's not done much for them, right? She's seen to be the leader of the Bangladeshi Muslims now. Other formations like ISF are the voice of the Bengali Muslims. The Bangladeshi Muslims leader is Mamta Banerjee, but originally Bengali, where Muslims from West Bengal, their leader is, they have AIMIM, they have ISF, and MIM did better than Congress in Bihar. So if the Muslim vote splinters a little and the Hindu vote consolidates a little, that becomes a very close fight. Much closer than you think. Yeah.
And first of all, factual correction here. The AIMIM did not do better than the Congress in Bihar. The Congress had a much higher vote share. They had a greater number of seats. Secondly, I think let's just look at the numbers. And it'd be unfair to compare Lok Sabha elections with state elections. So I'm going to compare the previous state elections.
It's absolutely not unfair. It is always done on the basis of seat. One minute, just 1 minute. You have to always project when you are doing the most recent election. The most recent election, 100%, is the Lok Sabha election. Now, even if I were to look at the 2021 elections, if I look at the 2021 elections, which party lost seats? It was lost seats, lost share. It was the Trinamool Congress. The Trinamool Congress has been falling, right? Today, there is a gap effectively of 5 to 7 points.
Arnab, I am not defending the governance or misgovernance of Mamata Banerjee. I am not standing with the TMC. I'm just looking at the numbers.
That I'm also looking at the numbers. I'm saying is BJP, can it win?
Elections, BJP had 26% of the seats and the Mamata's party had 73% of the seats. BJP had 38% vote share. TMC had 48% vote share. And you know, Arnab, I'm one of those
rare people. Example of Murshidabad, Nikhil, you don't know your numbers well. Murshidabad, SIR, 1 minute. SIR, there are total of 85,286 cases of SIR, like discrepancies in Murshidabad. What is the vote share? The winning vote share last time? Trinamool won Murshidabad with 2,491 votes only. 82,000 SIR goes. Trinamool won 18 out of 20 seats. 1 minute. In Murshidabad, when these 85,000 non-counted votes are now deleted, then how can the Trinamool win? Mathematically, the Trinamool can't even win Murshidabad. Despite there being a very high Muslim voter base in Murshidabad. Am I right here, Niladri? Do you understand?
Can you, Arnab, can you please allow me to respond?
Either she has
30 seconds, I'll make my point. Give me 30 seconds, I'll make my point.
Niladri.
Can I please get 30 seconds
will be a problem because of Humayun Kabir. I agree with that. But please understand.
So you admit that you are admitting that Humayun Kabir, who is trying to build a second Babri Masjid, is cutting into Mamta's Muslim vote, which means Muslims are leaving you.
Only in Murshidabad, and he is a front staged by the BJP stooge.
Is that true, Avra? Are you putting up people to cut into the Trinamool Muslim vote? Avra, are you doing that?
Only in Murshidabad.
I'm telling you, Mamata Banerjee will only get support of the radical Islamists and the Bangladeshi infiltrators.
Even
the Indian Muslims won't support Mamata Banerjee anymore. They can support the BJP, but they won't support TMC anymore. They are led down by the TMC.
Don't be in that glass house of yours that Mamata Banerjee does not.
Crores of money was siphoned off in the name of Madhya development. They have done nothing. They have done nothing for the development.
They have the support of the people of Bengal.
7,000 companies enemies have gone on
even in Murshidabad, if you stage up
what have you done? What have you done? You haven't done anything.
Befitting
You've only filled your own pocket.
the Muslims have seen through your game.
TMC leaders have not done anything for the state.
The Muslims have seen through your
Muslims have
game.
left you. The Muslims don't support you anymore.
We know what we have to do.
Muslims don't support you anymore. We know that very well. Indian Muslims can support BJP, but they won't support TMC.
The elections
The
on
TMC
2019 on a
everyone
BJP
down.
ticket.
The TMC is relying on violence.
I would like to urge everyone. I would like to urge everyone to look at the numbers out here. Ratan Sharda wants the last word. You see, viewers, if Mamata Banerjee is a pro-infiltration leader, it's only infiltrators and the Muslims who vote bank which may vote for her. Hindus will not vote for her. Her position,
can I have 30 seconds?
her
Can I please
position
have
as a
30
pro-infiltrator leader is much
Muslims
stronger
also
this
won't
time
vote.
than it was in 21.
Can I please get 30 seconds to make the
No,
point
let
I was
Ratan
trying to
Sharda come
make?
in,
30
please.
seconds. I know the debate will get over after that.
Ratan
Can I at least
Sharda,
complete my
Ratan Sharda.
point?
No, Ratan Sharda.
Jain talked about number of seats and vote share. The same Congress complains that first past the post doesn't work anymore because Congress gets vote but not seats. Same thing happened to BJP. But remember, BJP's 77 seats came on a very massive vote, and the change from 3 to 77 seats is something you fail to recognize. As far as Congress is concerned, it is the biggest supporter of TMC. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary was sidelined. They folded up. That is supporting Congress directly. So when he says that we don't support Congress, TMC, why are they opposing SIR also?
Yeah, so I think I'm only looking at the world of possibilities. I think it is possible.
And this arrogance of TMC is what will bring them
It is
down.
technically possible. My prediction, there'll be number of splits within the Trinamool Congress. A, there'll be multiple splits within the Muslim vote. B, this is going to be a pro or anti-infiltrator election. C, there is going to be massive Hindu vote consolidation. D, the E I don't know is whether the BJP will project a chief ministerial face. I feel they won't.
But we'll win.
I think
But it will
they
be
won't.
very Bengali projection, Arnab. It won't be this time like last time it was a Delhi projection. It will be purely Bengali projection. That is going to change the equations in a big way.
Can I get 30 seconds?
Okay,
please?
ladies and gentlemen,
Can I
I'm
get
closing
30
this
seconds,
debate here
please?
tonight because the other big story, the international story, which was the dramatic escalation that we saw between Ukraine, a very, very dramatic escalation of the Russia-Ukraine war, where Moscow accused Kiev of attempting to assassinate Russian President Vladimir Putin with a series of drone strikes. Ukraine refuted the claims, but here is verbatim, and then I will debate this, what Sergei Lavrov, the Russian foreign minister, said.
В ночь с 28 на 29 декабря 2025 года киевский режим предпринял террористическую атаку с использованием 91 ударного беспилотного летательного аппарата дальнего действия на государственную резиденцию президента Российской Федерации в Новгородской области. Все беспилотные летательные аппараты уничтожены средствами противовоздушной обороны Вооруженных сил Российской Федерации. В ночь с 28 на 29 декабря 2025 года киевский режим предпринял террористическую атаку с использованием 91 ударного беспилотного летательного аппарата дальнего действия на государственную резиденцию президента Российской Федерации в Новгородской области. Все беспилотные летательные аппараты уничтожены средствами противовоздушной обороны Вооруженных сил Российской Федерации.
So this is quite clear. Did Zelensky try to kill Putin at this stage, seeing that he is not winning on the ground? Strong Russian accusations that this was an assassination attempt on Vladimir Putin's residence in northern Russia. Kiev says this is a misinformation campaign, fabricated, aimed at justifying further Russian strikes. I have 2 points of view tonight, very strong voices, very aggressive voices from Kiev. I have very well-known Ukrainian political commentator. He is the director of the Eurasia Democracy Initiative, very closely followed in conflict circles, very aggressive, very, very anti-Russia, very anti-Putin. That's Peter Zalmayak. And against Peter Zalmayak is very, very aggressive, very strong, very no-nonsense Russian voice tonight, Tatiana Kukareva, senior journalist from Moscow. Thank you, Tatiana and Peter. This is being streamed across. Millions of people are going to be watching this debate, and I'm glad both of you have joined. Tatiana, besides the claim, we haven't seen the proof. I think you must produce some proof before you make a claim. Sergei Lavrov said overnight drone attacks targeting the Putin's residence. But where's the proof? Visual proof, graphic proof, technical proof, OSINT proof, any proof?
Well, Arnab, first and foremost, since all of the drones have been shot down, so, you know, that means that there is no damage, or at least that's the official line, that there has been no damage to the residence, so they can't, and obviously they wouldn't show the residence itself for very obvious reasons. But I believe we might as well see that some sort of proof in the coming days. You know, it's not been that long. And as you can imagine, even in Moscow, there's been extreme snowfall. I'm just guessing here, but you know, I think we might see the proof in the coming days, especially in the north, in the Novgorod region. Everything is covered with snow.
That doesn't sound very convincing. I mean, okay, let me get it. I'm not debating with you. I'm getting Peter on this.
Arnab, I'm not here to convince you, and I'm not here to speak for the Ministry of Defense.
I'm just saying here.
There's so much snow.
Peter is responding. I'm not debating with you. Peter is. Peter.
Oh,
yeah,
please,
Arnab, listen, Arnab, I think we remember we go back at least, 3.5 years ago.
Yes.
And we were discussing, we had another one of these programs, and your correspondent of Republic TV was in Bucha investigating all those atrocities. And once again, what does the Russian side does? It rolls out Sergei Lavrov, who says it's all orchestrated, it's all fake, even though your own TV channel, remember, Arnab, and you were very vociferous, Mr. Arnab, when you said that these are war crimes. It smells of war crimes. They have to be investigated. Also, don't let me remind you that it was Sergei Lavrov who, from the very beginning, denied the very simple fact that Russia even invaded Ukraine. He was in Istanbul, you remember, March of 2022, saying, we never invaded. So that just goes for Russia's credibility whenever they say what they say.
Peter, you have forgotten, Peter, you have forgotten Operation Spiderweb. Right? I would 1 minute, please. I would give you the date, June 1st, 2025, when you were attacking various places, right? You did this major attack. You were launching remote attacks, striking deep within Russia. You wanted to showcase your ability. But let me tell you more than that out here. You see, let's not try to be too innocent here. Killing people, killing leaders, carrying out assassinations is unfortunately part of the Western playbook. Killing people, assassinating people. I'd like to quote for you from the MI6, your friend MI6 Chief Blaise Metrivelis's December 2025 speech, right? Where he said, and I would like to quote, please, he's virtually talking of that. He says, at an operational level, we will sharpen our edge and impact with audacity, tapping into, if you like, our historical SOE instincts. We are at our best when we are hustling to make things happen, because our intelligence is most valuable when it changes the reality on the ground. SOE means Special Operations Executive, a group set up by the British way back in the 40s to carry out sabotage, reconnaissance, espionage, but actionable, you know, things on the ground like assassinations, killings. And you have the MI6 chief saying, listen, we got to go out there and do something nasty. He's not talking of fighting a war. Isn't that a big admission? Now, you know the British are with you in this.
Mr. Arnab, let me just say
No,
this.
I just want to tell you, see, don't be innocent out here.
No, okay, listen. Having said that, listen, I'm not in a position where, you know, to say that it happened or it didn't. We do have a vociferous no, a rejection of this, a denial of this responsibility by the Ukrainian side. Then we have the Donald Trump, who said that he kind of heard it and he is sympathetic to the Russians. It shouldn't have happened. The Americans have all the intelligence in the world. They have satellite capabilities. They should come and officially say if they saw it or not. Before that, these conversations are immaterial. The way I see it, Ukrainians have no motivation, no incentive right now after those talks in Mar-a-Lago to turn around and do this, knowing that this will, I'm sorry, piss Donald Trump off. This is not to Ukraine's benefit, to be honest with you. But once again,
but Russia has made advances in Zaporizhia. Russia has made big advances in Zaporizhia.
And on the other hand, Mr. Arnab, let me just finish it. And on the other hand, it is the Russian side that has all the incentives to say that it happened, to cast Ukraine in this light as terrorists, to try to disrupt these peace talks once again, because it's clear that Vladimir Putin at this point is not ready to be concluding any peace negotiations. So they have the incentives. I don't think Ukrainians have the incentives to be doing what you claim that they do.
The point here is, Tatiana, what Peter is saying is that Russia wants to keep advancing, right? It as of now, it has recently advanced west of Orikhiv towards a place called Huliai-Poli. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, in Zaporizhia, which is 4 kilometers away. By November, it's using glide bombs on civilians. So it is moving, and Putin does not want to be called by Trump saying, listen, I have a deal for you. Putin wants to sabotage what's going on, according to Peter. And he wants to say that, listen, he wants to blow hot, blow cold. He wants to create a situation where he says, I cannot engage in this because they are trying to kill me. You know, this is that kind of subjective input that can blockade everything. Maybe Putin is worried that Trump may come in with a reasonable deal, I mean, which he may not be able to say no for. So he's got to sabotage the whole thing. And that's why he says they're trying to kill me. Is it the last line of argument that he has to sabotage things, Tatiana?
Well, Arnab, let's first start with a very simple thing that I think needs to be addressed. I would very much like to understand where Peter is right now, because he's definitely not in Kiev. Because
how does that matter, where he is?
Well, you know, you're saying live from Kiev, so it's...
Where are you, Peter? Where are you, Peter?
Where are you, Peter?
I mean, I am where I am. Whatever you see is behind me is AI.
I'm still walking behind you. That's not a fake background.
This is AI. This is AI generated. But why does it matter?
1 minute. Can I have that full frame, please? You put an AI generated image. Can I have a look at that a little close up? I don't think that's AI generated.
No, that doesn't look like
it doesn't look like it's AI generated.
Folks, I can send you
you're next to some Scottish castle. There are people walking behind you.
The people, yes, of course, AI. You've never seen that AI can generate people.
Tatiana, can I not have the split screen, please? Can I have 2 people on 2 sides of the screen so I can get a better look? Come on, producers. Now, where are you, Peter? Just curious, you know. You're not in Kiev. You're denying your location. You're a shadowy kind of person. But Tatiana,
-5 in Kiev are not.
But Tatiana, you want to change the subject. I can see here today.
Oh God, no, God, no.
You want to change the subject because
Let's address the subject.
You want to change the subject because besides Russia today, nobody believes that there was an attempt to kill, you know, Putin.
Arnab.
Yes.
Arnab.
Yes.
Russia, first of all, as you rightly said, Russia's advancing on the battlefield. That's for one.
That's why you don't want to sign a deal. But why do you have to? You can say we are not going to sign a deal. We are going to win this militarily. Why do you have to say there was an attempt to kill Putin? And by the way, didn't you?
I don't have to say anything.
Didn't you try to kill Zelensky in the early years of the Russian invasion? Didn't you send a Chechen special operations team, which was paradropped to Kiev with direct instructions to kill Zelensky, but the West had given the Ukrainians the intelligence to preempt that? Come on. That's a well-known fact. I mean, that's verifiable at every level.
Arnab, I'm not here to speculate on special operations that were allegedly targeting Vladimir Zelensky. I, as a person, believe that if there were such attempts, that he would have already been dead. The problem is, with that narrative that Vladimir Putin is trying to allegedly derail the negotiations, it's very simple. The negotiations are ongoing. Trump has just met with Zelensky. The result of that was a very awkward press conference where there was no announcement of any major breakthrough. You can roll the footage. That was a very reserved reaction from Trump, saying,
who's been
rejected?
Who's been rejecting the peace efforts? By the way, Peter, that's certainly not AI, because AI cannot generate sunshine. Half your face is under sunshine, half is covered
because I have a lamp
you.
in front of me.
That's not AI. Come on now. You know what kind of AI is this that lights you up in this
folks,
way?
why is it material to anything we're discussing? Why are we wasting time on this?
Because
how do I know that Tatiana is where she says she is? How do I know that?
This is not AI. This is my bookshelf. Do you want to read the books?
Your bookshelf can be